Hey! Hey, fellow Spartans, it's your friend MonocleMAYHEM, the entirely blue Spartan. And this morning I figured I'd continue some concept art that I was working on in my previous art stream. This Godzilla for a fan-made Godzilla movie. It's supposed to be some concept art, even though the 3D model's technically already made, but it is still kind of in the process of being ironed out. I took this very basic rig and I posed it how I felt it should look, and now we're using it as reference, as guidance on how everything should look when it's drawn out in 2D. If you guys want an idea of the sketchy sort of line art style that I want to go for, this is it right here. This is my reference board. I want to go for something sketchy and erratic looking, but still sharp. I feel this picture here really captures what I'm trying to go for. At the same time, something that's very eerie and... But I'm also going to add color to it. It's not just going to be a sketch. It's going to be a somewhat rendered sketch. It's going to have some texture brushes applied to it after it's done being sketched. And, of course, color is going to be added in. Which sounds weird for a Godzilla design, having color. Godzilla's not exactly known for being a very vibrant looking creature. He doesn't have the... I don't know what you call it, the dimorphism or whatever. He doesn't have any flashy colors. He's typically a charcoal gray or black color. But I'm vamping up this fan-made design by revamping it with kind of some inspiration from Shin Godzilla. If you haven't seen Shin Godzilla and don't know what he looks like, just look it up. He's absolutely horrifying. But there's a bunch of like red, bloody tissue that shows through. It's usually black and rough skin. But it kind of looked like it was more so like some sort of glowing radiation thing with him. Here I'm going for definitely more of a bloody, burned and scarred look. Oh, I got a notification. Nope. It's just AliExpress notification. I mean, there's some G.I. Joe fucking bootlegs or whatever in stock. I don't go to AliExpress for fucking G.I. Joe bootlegs. I go to it for fucking Godzilla bootlegs. Woohoo! And if you guys are curious what the inspirations are for this design, it's pretty much just basically the original design of the 1954 with the chest horn added to it from Shin Godzilla, and the head is more inspired by the original sculpts, concept sculpts, the maquettes of the 54 Godzilla, the original. It's more based on that, kind of a fusion of some elements of Shin Godzilla, the original 54, the official design, and some concept art. Yeah, I'm a big Godzilla fan. Absolutely huge. No one can top me when it comes to knowing Godzilla trivia. And knowing the plots to the movies somewhat. Because Godzilla's movies are somewhat known for being kind of nonsensical and somewhat out there, but I mean, I can follow a plot like Godzilla's Revenge or Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla or King of the Monsters. Some convoluted sci-fi plot. I'm down for it. Besides just vaping, I also have a quality cig. A quality cigarette that we're going to get through first. And then another one sometime later. But yeah, we're just going to start off this video with some of a bang. Get my nicotine fix. Because it's the next best high you can get, even though it's not really a high. The next best high you can get next to marijuana. We're not, you don't have any available to you. Gives you more of a buzz, tobacco. A slight lightheaded buzz, I find. Especially cigars, but that's probably because I smoked them wrong. Some cigars you're not exactly supposed to inhale. I mentioned earlier in my last drawing stream that I watch a smoking YouTuber. Well, not exactly a smoking YouTuber, like she's a smoker-friendly channel, but Kai Ramos. She makes some very interesting, compelling videos even, just rambling about what's on her mind. If you want some very calm, relaxing content to just vibe with while you're doing something like homework or gaming or just about anything, kind of like how I'm drawing right now, I have her videos on play. Volume's low, obviously, because I'm recording, but yeah, whenever I'm like feeling anxious about doing a stream, because I mean there is, even though I'm used to it, there's a certain level of anxiety that comes with it. I put on a YouTuber like her or some other YouTuber that I find calming and relaxing and chill, and turn down the volume and have them on in the background while I stream. Just something to keep my spirits up, to keep the anxiety at bay. Because I'm not self-diagnosed myself. I know I have been diagnosed with anxiety, and it's not like some bragging rights like that. Like some teenagers think like they just use it as like a trauma dump and shit like that and get attention. It's very much like the real type of anxiety where it's just like this palpable, I guess you could say, well, anxiousness, except mine is for no reason in particular, just no underlying issues, well, maybe some underlying issues, but, no, like, discernible symptoms, or, like, cause, it just happens, out of nowhere, it just happens. I just get, like, very hard anxiety, and even though I'm on medication for it, it's still hard to pull out of sometimes. It can make you procrastinate, it can make you not as competent at what you're trying to get done. It's a real handicap, sometimes. But, yeah, anxiety aside, Connie Ramos and other, I mean, she's a way bigger YouTuber than me, so she doesn't need me to shout her out, like, here, take my measly subscriber base, and but nah, one of my favorite YouTubers lately. subscribed to, well, I mean, I have multiple YouTube channels, all with like a different focus set around them. Including my main channel, my Halo channel, this very channel, all with different people I'm subscribed to for certain reasons. But altogether, I'm probably subscribed to like at least over 2,000 people. That's just at least. And this is a very measly amount of input from last time. Just mainly worked on the tail details and didn't even get that fully finished. I just spent most of my time rambling and smoking. But I mean, that's the point of this stream. It's not necessarily to be a true art god. It's just to like kind of be in my chill zone and somewhat crank something out while I kind of commentate over it. I have a freaking appointment today. Need to get a doctor's note for work. I was away sick too many days, they said. Bastards. Like, what more do they need? People get sick. People for a long time sometimes. And miss shifts. It's ridiculous to ask of such a thing, I believe. Because, yeah, people do screw around and just screw the pooch some days and let their work handle it. Just take the brunt of that mistake or whatever. But I believe there's a certain level of trust that must come from your employers. I don't know what I'm rambling about. I don't know. I just find it bullshit. Just much regular roll. Get a doctor's note. Just a measly piece of paper just to say, hey, I'm back. I can work again, even though I was already there and ready to work a while ago. Oh well. So yeah, that's the plan for today. One of my only plans, going to get some nachos with a friend and then do a stream later with that one Pike. He's a cool guy. Not a problem with him at all. He's chill. Very great to collab with. Always a good time. We're gonna load up some MCC with a friend of his and play some legendary marine mods. Legendary marine campaign mods. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that. Just chill with the boys and play some Halo mods. I'm always down for that. Just haven't been... Not necessarily not having the time for Halo or YouTube lately. Just kind of burnt out. And not from anything in particular. Just random burnout that comes and goes. And it's like, well, when I'm not burnt out, I need to prioritize. I have other important projects, creative projects on the mind besides just my YouTube and... yeah, that's about it. Other hobbies, among other things. But yeah, as far as like creative passion projects go, I have this channel. Even though it's more of a streaming channel these days, I do occasionally upload a video that I try to put some effort into. But as far as passion projects go, I have this channel, I suppose, and well, 3 films. 2 of them are fan films. Two Godzilla fan films on the brain in various states of super pre-production. Just haven't written a script yet, just basic outlines. But I'm currently writing a script for an original series by me. It's gonna be somewhat Godzilla inspired. It's primarily kaiju based. It takes place in a post-apocalyptic future where humanity must deal with giant monsters that they awakened. Giant kaiju-sized monsters, city destroyers. And I pretty much got like all the planning down for the script for that pilot. It's supposed to be a pilot for an animated series. That's my big passion project. It's on another channel. I'll link to it eventually in future videos and live streams when it's relevant. But yeah, that's a big deal to me as far as passion projects go. Is my original series idea. So that takes up a great majority of my free, like, hobby sort of time. And I get burnt out from that, so when it comes to, like, doing YouTube, and I'm like, YouTube, I really want to, but other things. Screw it. Screw it. We're taking out one more quality cigarettes. Then we'll start. Because I'm having a nicotine fit, or whatever the fuck you call it today. I'm fucking fiending, bro. I'm fiending. Been out of weed for 2 days now. I mean, I still smoke socially with a good friend of mine, but it's not the same as having constant access to your own weed whenever you want, you know? Somebody sent me a meme. Let's check out the meme. Oh yeah. 10-year-old me sitting down to watch a cartoon about space wizards. Star Wars: The Clone Wars. And of course it's a scene of Darth Maul and Savage Press just fucking slaughtering civilians. That's always kid-friendly right there. I think we need more of that. I'm very much of the opinion that kids deserve more edge in their media that they consume. Now, of course, I'm not saying that we should, like, show Final Destination to 6-year-olds or whatever, but I think that when it comes to kids media, just give it a little bit more edge. Give it some stakes, give it some good comedy, not this shitty slapstick farting bullshit. kids need to be trusted more with, I believe, with consuming media, because they're not stupid. They're not, as much as this TikTok generation may show us, they aren't stupid and empty-headed kids. They got a lot going on in there. Land Before Time, that movie hit hard. A big fan of the Land Before Time series, as far as like animated kids features go. Like, the first one's a masterpiece. It's a cinematic masterpiece. It's a good movie. It's a very harsh movie too. Littlefoot's put through the ringer, so is his friends. Sequels were all across the board just meh, but I like the first 3 sequels. The Great Valley Adventure from number 2, The Time of the Great Giving from number 3, and The Secret of the Mists, or whatever, from the 4th one. Those are pretty good prime sequels, even though they're direct-to-video for Land Before Time. But once they got to the 5th one, it's like they just stopped caring. Like, biggest example, Mr. Threehorn. You guys know Mr. Threehorn from Land Before Time, right? He's rough, grumpy, always quick to anger, always shouting. Very patience, very drained their patience type of character, but still has a heart of gold. In the 3rd one, they had this character come full circle, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna stop being an asshole, I'm gonna stop shouting so much, and I'm gonna be a more nurturing type of person. And he wasn't even in the 4th one. He was off screen and off doing his own three-horn things, and then on the 5th one, he's just back to being the jackass that he was in all the previous movies. Xenophobic too, racist. He thinks long necks are stupid. I mean, good allegory for racial tensions in a kids movie and series, but as far as character development goes, they just did not give a fuck. It's just basically a glorified Saturday morning cartoon by the time you get to the sequels and some of the lesser ones. Man, what tangents. Land Before Time. Who the fuck talks about Land Before Time anymore besides dinosaur enthusiasts that keep up with movies and entertainment? I think the last time we got a Land Before Time movie was 2017, and I was major hyped for that shit. I listened to the soundtrack and everything. So, Land Before Time sequels, kind of a guilty pleasure for me. They're not all good, some absolutely atrocious, but it's a series that I'm fond of, very nostalgically and just fondly as well. Oh, that's enough jibber jabber about Land Before Time. It's time to get started on this piece here again. And hopefully get more done this time. A little bit less smoking and rambling, hopefully. Yeah, not hopefully. Like I said, I'm not here to be a art god, I'm just here to chill and somewhat crank stuff out. Get on my drawing glove. Helps your hand slide around the screen. As far as accessories and gadgets are concerned when it comes to digital art, I'm such a fiend. Like, I gotta have like at least 2 anti-fouling gloves on hand, on backup. Gotta have, if the pen and comes with is not thin enough. I need to get a thinner pen for it because I love thin pens. The thinner the pen, as close to as you can get to a pencil, I'm good with. That's why I like the S Pen so much for like Samsung devices. It's just thin, sleek, gets the job done, does it well. And speaking of accessories, let's see if I can get it in shot here. Nah, I can't. But I have a one-handed keyboard, the Razer Pardus V2. There's pro models, blah blah blah. It's a Razer product, so it's gonna be like naturally more expensive than it reasonably needs to be. But just for like the sheer quality of it and like what I need use it for to get done. Like I use it for mapping shortcuts to single buttons on the one-handed keyboard, and it has a thumbstick that I use for zooming in and out and rotating the canvas. And right next to that, undo and redo buttons and a bunch of other functions. Brush button, merge layers, copy layers, duplicate them, create new layers, save as, yeah, eraser, bunch of shit. But that's probably my most crucial tool when it comes to digital art in Krita, at least, is like, I just need like a dedicated control device for shortcut buttons, because memorizing a bunch of shortcuts for any program is tedious and a hassle. So if you can consolidate all those like button combinations down into like just a single button among a few dozen others, it's a much more streamlined experience. And that goes for like anything, any type of software, like video editing, 3D modeling, 2D animation in general. Just having like a specific controller or keyboard just dedicated to getting shortcut work done, such a big help. And I have like this monitor above my drawing tablet. By the way, 24-inch screen on my drawing tablet. It's the most bougie-ass drawing digital art technology thing that I own. I got it for like a 50% discount because I think either a single pixel line is dead or it was open box, refurbished, something like that. Either way, I got it for like half its price, and when you can get like high-end hardware, like just any type of hardware for like half the price, just go for it. Slight drawbacks be damned, because yeah, I just need like a big screen to draw on. And that's the great thing about Krita, the software I'm using, is that you can full on. Like, here's how Krita normally works. Like, you have your, like, there's a shitload of resources, like Dockers and shit. Like, there's animation timelines. You can do animation in here. You can record your drawing. Touch Docker. What does Touch Docker do? Oh. That's neat. It's basically shortcut buttons that you touch with your pen or some shit. Dockers, yeah. But yeah, that's what I was saying here. Great thing about Krita, I don't know if any other digital software for digital art does this, but you can detach the canvas and have it completely engulf your drawing space. Like, I can just like, if I want to draw his hand, for example, and just have it take up the entirety of my screen and just have it be like long sweeping brush strokes. Like, that's the great thing about having like a large drawing screen or just a large tablet in general, because there's non-screen tablets that you just look at a screen and use it kind of like a mouse, but of course has pen pressure and all that good shit drawing tablet should have. But yeah, you just having like an entire canvas to one screen and the rest of my shit, the crucial shit like the color selector, the layers, the brushes. Yeah, it's really good. It's a great feature. I'm a Krita evangelist. I will like see to it. It's my life's mission to get every digital artist and anyone that's hesitant to get into digital art to use Krita. Because me and Krita, we go way back. Back in 2018, I think it was, maybe 17, I first downloaded Krita because I was just looking simply for a 2D drawing software that I can do animation in it with onion skin layers, which if you don't know what onion skin is, it's just where your last frame is transparent over your current frame, so you can have a better idea of how like last frame looked in relation to your current frame and what you're going to do next. Just looking for a software that could do that, and Krita, it came at like the perfect time in my life. I found it and it could do no wrong. Krita, like, it did everything I needed it to do at the moment, and then some. Like, the amount of customizability you can do in this software is just insane. And it gets even better, like, the more powerful your PC is. Like, just like the smoothness, the snappiness, just the ease of use. And then I started getting into like doing actual illustrations and character art about a year later, maybe even like a few months later. All I noticed is that I stopped making like short little post type animations and moved on to like making full-on illustrations. And in Krita, when it comes to making an illustration, whether it's simple or highly rendered, it just can do it. There's no strings attached, no bullshit like any other free software. It's completely open source. It's free, 100% free, no ads. And it just fucking works. It's like, is that too much to ask for in our age of technology, you know? Just a software that works. Another one, Blender. I use it for like all kinds of shit, but as far as YouTube is concerned, I always use the video editor for my YouTube videos that's built into Blender. Because Blender is an entire animation movie making kit, basically. Like, you can do compositing, a bunch of shit that goes over my head still. And of course, video editing. And the video editor, it wasn't good per se when I first started using it, because I was using a lower end computer. Like, video editing software requires some fairly beefy components just to do things efficiently and speedily. Nowadays, I can like crank out YouTube videos like crazy with Blender. It's just a matter of time. That's why I haven't like really put my full effort into this channel lately. It's just time. Time. Time is money type shit, you know? But without further ado, one last stuff. Started fucking officially drawing for real now. Stay hydrated. Hydration is your friend. Move some things out of the way on my desk here. Okay, brush is a bit laggy. It's really a bit of a crapshoot when it comes to getting like full performance out of this program when I'm trying to stream or record with it at the same time. OBS hogs PC resources like crazy if you don't have it optimized properly. There we go, that's more like it. Oh yeah, this is looking great. Just got this tail drawn situation. Got the tail drawn. I always sketch with other colors, some sort of color, typically blue, because why not? I don't know if there's any like actual advantage or if it's like a actual like trick, but I mean for me personally it helps. I just like it. It's my favorite color. Blue, for example, favorite color. So why not draw with it? Because I can change it later to whatever color I want. But yeah, I break up my sketch into a few layers. Each layer pertaining to like a different aspect of the design process. Like right now, I'm doing like the base sketch, like the entire form and some details of the character or whatever. Get that sketch down with all those colors and merge all the colors. You don't have to. You don't have to merge it all into one layer, but I typically do. And yeah, I just convert it to black, the line art color. And yeah, it starts to come together after that. Like as soon as you turn your line art black or whatever color you want, that's when it really starts to shine. Like process of drawing and like the work in progress state versus like further advancements along in the process. Like it really starts to show like what you're up to and that like there's a process to everything and I don't fucking know. I'm just rambling. And yeah, I'm going for a like very rough, sketchy look. No one brush stroke looks the same. Let's get right in there. Let's really use this canvas space. Yeah, those long brush strokes. Trying to make every line that's like right on the edge of the drawing of the actual sketch, like just all the edges just thicker. Gives it like a lot more contrast, you know? Just make anything that's facing the outside, like the outer void of the character, just make it so that the lines are just extra thick. At least that's how I do it, and I get decent results doing that. My art style, I'm still developing it because I'm still fairly much not a professional. I know my way around Krita a lot, but still not professional. I just have certain techniques and quirks to my workflow for my art style, which my art style is still developing. I don't think anyone's art style truly ever stops developing. It's just where I'm stuck at right now is how I'm gonna how I render certain things. Like, I want the roughy sketch look with color added to it. But as far as textures go, texturing and rendering, I'm still kind of undecided on how I want to do that for my, like, definitive art style. Like, the art style I'm gonna just do official pieces with. I'm still undecided. Like, for my, going back to the topic of my indie series that I want to make, I still haven't nailed down the art style entirely. I'm trying to go for, now picture this, the monsters in my story, like the giant kaiju monsters, they're gonna be like, as if they're like real life kaijus, like people in suits. That's what they're going to be animated to look like. So they're going to be like semi-photorealistic 3D models. Basically made to look as if they're people in monster suits rather than actual creatures. And everything in regards to... Oh, hey! Oh, my mic's crackling? Ah, I'll fix that. It's probably have them leveled a bit too high. It's also a bit too close to my face. Yeah, it has been a long time. How are you doing? I, for one, am doing good. Just been busy in regards to, like, YouTube stuff. I haven't really had the time to do much YouTube videos or even stream. But yeah, it's good to see you're still kicking, man. But yeah, art style for my original series. 3D animated monsters that are made to look like people in monster suits. Semi-realistic looking. And then art style for everything else, like the world, background, everything. Gonna have like kind of like a Clone Wars look, how everything looks like it's all painterly, like the textures, but still 3D models. And the human characters are going to be 2D animated, like just classic 2D animation, straight up in the 3D environment. And that's really easy to do in Blender with their grease pencil tool. Because you can just straight up draw two-dimensional objects in a 3D space. Because Blender is what I'm going to be using mainly to produce that series, at least the pilot. But yeah, still ironing out like the official art style for that. I definitely know I'm going for like the scratchy, sketchy look for the line art. But as far as how everything's rendered, like the actual like how the colors are shaded and textured and everything, still undecided on that if I'm gonna go with like cell shading, like just simple flat shades and highlights, or something a bit more rendered looking, something that complements the sketchy scratchiness of the line art. And I'm also on the fence of how far I want to go with volunteers for that series, because it's pretty much a one-man operation. Like, all my creative content is just one man. It's just me doing it. All the concept art and everything I've developed for my original story so far, and my 2 Godzilla fan films, just completely doing it all by myself. And I have obviously no budgets, like it's no budget production, so I have, if I do want to get more people on board to help things go by a bit faster and have people with a little bit more expertise on board, if I do go that direction, it's like, how far do I go? Like, how many people do I like really bring on board? Because, like, for example, voice acting, there is this software that I play around with just for making my own custom covers. It's purely just stuff for myself to listen to and nobody else. It's less take credit for it because it's all AI. But there's a software called Replay, and basically what it does is it's typically used for making song covers, AI song covers. You just swap the voices with whatever AI voice that you want, and it sounds really good. Like, results are like scarily accurate. So when it comes to voice acting for my projects, like, I'm kind of on the fence. Do I go through the rigmarole of trying to get like somewhat decent sounding voice actors, or do I like do it exactly how I want it done with my voice and then change my voice in post? I don't know. Because I'm not anti-AI. Like, I am anti-AI in the sense that I don't like it replacing things, especially like jobs. Like, it's a natural evolution of like society and technology that's gonna happen. People will be ultimately replaced by and displaced by AI, but I feel when it comes to creative stuff, at the very least, can we just fucking slow down with AI? Because like, nobody's eager to replace artists unless you're like some corporate entity that wants to make the most profit with the most minimal amount of input possible. Because I value actual artistry, like people putting effort into something and then having something to show for it. And AI, at least when it comes to AI art, I feel it just takes all the fun out of it. Like, oh, you have this really neat looking picture. I mean, it looks cool, but nobody actually made it technically. So, I mean, how much fuck should I give? That's the thing about like AI art with me in general. Is like, I've fooled around with it, never incorporated it into my actual work, but I've fooled around with it, got a sense for it, and I'm like, you know what? I just don't need this. even for efficiency reasons, like, I don't need it, because the results that I'm looking for, just AI just doesn't have, or at least not yet. And even when AI gets to the point where you can, like, as close to as possible get your ideas represented either in video, audio, or visual form, or whatever, writing, anything creative. It's just like, why? Like, I just prefer actual effort. Even if the effort isn't, like, doesn't amount to anything good per se. Like, Tommy Wiseau's The Room. That movie's a classic for ironic reasons. It's a bad movie, so bad that it's good. But how good would that movie have been, like, in a so bad it's good way if it was AI generated? Like, somebody actually put their heart and soul into The Room, and with AI generated content, for example, like, whether, I don't know, it's just takes all the fun out of it, takes all the passion, and just replaces it with competent facsimiles that AI generates. It just doesn't have that same fun factor, that same rawness. Even if you make a bad piece of art, like, if it's something that you did yourself, like, I'd rather see that than something that looks decent and a computer made it. It's just not fun. That's not to demonize anyone that does have fun with AI art. Like, hey, if you really like it and you're not, like, trying to profit off of it, because let's face it, like, it's a fact. AI generated content, it relies off of data sets of other people's hard work. As long as whatever it's sourced from, like, preferably as long as AI, whatever it is, it's sourced ethically, all its data, like, it's all consenting parties, like, giving it into it, then I'm fine with it. But when you use AI to, like, take credit for something and shit like that, it's like, what the hell? I'm pro AI in the sense that, like, there is a lot of good that can come from it. Like, ChatGPT, people really shouldn't sleep on ChatGPT. We're just talking about ChatGPT, for example, but people shouldn't sleep on it. There are legitimate use cases for AI. Like, the medical field, for example, if like, some sort of computer or whatever can make advancements or can, like, figure out something, a better way to help people than, like, a human can, then sure, do it. What's good for the gander is my philosophy on AI. If it's just corporate entities, like, buying it all up and using it to produce content, and it's just no. Just no. But that's when we get into the gray area of AI, is, like, what you can do with it creatively, like, should you do it? That's, like, going back to the dilemma I have for my original series, my pilot, is it's not like a corporate decision to, if I were to use AI generated voices, like using my voice and then changing it with AI. It wouldn't be like a corporate decision, like, oh, to save money or whatever. It's more so like coming from, like, the place of convenience. But at the same time, it's like, I could just get actual actors amateur or professional. And maybe I can get better results with AI voice acting wise, but do I really want to? Like, is that something that I need to do? Is it an actual creative decision that's being made, or is it just laziness and unwillingness to push myself, to just in general push yourself, you know? It's best we save. It's been a while since we saved the project. But yeah, I'm in the gray area on it. Like, I don't openly support it in certain, like, obvious things, like, it replacing certain jobs, and it's like, fucking Walmart, if they make billions upon billions, like, a year, or whatever, like an insane amount of money, do they really need to, like, fire a bunch of people, and then replace them with robots or AIs? Do they really need to do that? But then that also gets into the discussion of, like, what life is going to be like after AI. Like, what purpose will we have if AI takes away all our purpose? And then that also circles around back to AI art and just AI creativity in general. It's like, what's the point if it's all being done for you? Now, I'm all for automation, like, if AI drivers and shippers and whatnot, if there was some way to, like, streamline just anything with AI, then just do it. But do we really want AI to, like, fucking take away what it means to be human? Like, automation, like, for example, like, self-driving cars, like, all that shit, medical advances, blah, 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 science. Like, I understand. But when you remove the human element, like, what's left? Like, what's left for us to do? And that's truly the scary thing about AI, is where humans pick themselves up after it reaches its final form. And what will its final form be? Like, will it be like some Skynet singularity type scenario that's been theorized? Or is it going to be like something a bit more minimal but equally as devastating? Like, for example, this is super, I mean, not that unrealistic, but take Wall-E, for example. Like, they automated away just about everything in their universe, and they all became like fat slobs, and it's a good message, one I find can be a bit on the nose in certain areas, but yeah, I mean, what is life if you have nothing to work towards? That's all I'm saying. And I'm not one of those people that thinks, oh, you have to struggle in order to truly live, like, unless you had it hard, unless you worked hours of your life away, only then you're truly worthy of living a good life, or whatever the fuck, I don't know. Yeah, I forgot where I was going with that, but hopefully you guys get the gist. Let's see what we got so far. kind of hard to see with the reference image underneath. Okay. Yeah, I need to... All the lines on the line work on the outside, it looks good, but not as good as over here. This area over here. At the tip of the tail, I find the line art towards the edge is a lot thicker. And that's what we need going all the way around. When it comes to the details, like, I use thinner lines. It's just how I do it. Yeah, that's definitely what we're going to need to do is thicken up those lines on the outer edges. The last of my plot. There was a brief period in my life, like super brief, like maybe a span of like 2 days, maybe 3, where I was thinking, kind of honestly, like hard, like how hard would it be to be a not safe for work artist? Like, just look at a bunch of porn for reference and then just draw it in people's favorite characters. Like, people eat that shit up. People make a living off of that. It's an oversaturated market for sure, but like, it's almost a surefire one as long as you produce smut that people resonate with, I guess. Like, that's their dick hard. I really don't know. Not safe work art is a very different type of art. It's one to... Its end goal is to satisfy people sexually, but... I don't know. So I contemplated that one time, just like, should I become a not safe for work artist? I mean, honestly, if I had to choose, like, between being like a dirty artist or like a porn star of some kind, I'd go with being like a fucking not safe for work artist all day, any day. Like, I don't want to show my asshole on OnlyFans. That asshole is for me only. And those that want to penetrate it. Oh, we had to get a penetration joke in here somewhere. Shit, boys. I'll be right back. Hey everyone, I'm back. Just getting breakfast. Also got myself another quality cigarette. Gonna smoke a little bit of that before we get started again. Get my nicotine fixed because I'm out of weed. The horror. I have a bunch of tabs open on my tablet. Let you guys take a quick look at what we have so far from removing this reference image. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Getting there. The outer edges of the line art need to be a bit thicker. But yeah, it's getting there. More like what it's like on the tip of the tail. I need more of that thickness, like surrounding the rest of the line art. But man, this guy's got thick thighs. And I thought I had thick thighs. He's a thick boy. Even thicker than the Monsterverse Godzilla. Well, not now. He's super slimmed down in the new movie. Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. With a Godzilla that looks like he stomped his way off of DeviantArt. Nah. I like Evolved Godzilla. Pretty decent design. See right here, my cigarette got a tad wet, so it's not gonna burn entirely well once it gets to that point, but by then it's just gonna be a butt anyway, so. Notice there's some people in here. Give you a quick show of how this is coming along. Very nice, very nice. I have an appointment soon, so the stream probably only go for another hour. See what we can get done in that time. I had a very small breakfast. Just a few slices of cheese and some scrambled eggs. Saving my appetite for later. Getting triple stack nachos with a friend. Ooh, that nicotine is getting to me. I'm getting that nicotine rush. There, that's enough of that cigarette. I always save my butts, because then you can get the most out of your tobacco by putting the measly amount left in the butt in some wrapping, some paper for cheese, and yeah, just make a cigarette out of a bunch of smaller cigarettes. Not usually a nicotine type of guy, but when you're out of weed and it's still not payday from work, a man must do what he's gotta do. Well, time to get back to it. My camera's on my tablet screen, so every once in a while I'm gonna shift it out of place of where the green screen's supposed to be. It's not even an actual green screen, it's just a green sheet of fabric that I got at freaking Walmart for a few bucks. If you're gonna do visual effects, do it on the cheap. You don't need to shill out the extra money for official green screen when anything green will do, so long as it's green. Or blue if you require a blue screen. But I had more green fabric around here. I wonder what happened to it. Straight up lost. I lost it. So my green screen real estate is quite low at the moment. Crop my camera in order to get just to look somewhat decent. I don't know if you guys can hear it through the microphone, but having OBS, the streaming software I have going, plus doing a bunch of brush strokes in a digital art program is really making the fan on the PC go. Doesn't help that it's pretty warm today. And my office is in the basement, so I don't have to worry about hot weather too much. Today it's quite noticeable. At least all the outdoorsy people can enjoy it. I'm more of a homebody. Don't really go out much, but not to any detriment. I'm still cool with the kids. I can socialize and shit. But yeah, don't like going out much. Because why go out when we have a house? We invented houses for a reason. Why go see a movie when you can Netflix and chill? Okay, that reminds me of a really good story. I don't tell stories much about my personal life on here, but yeah. So one time I met a girl over a video chat that me and some friends had a while back, like way back. I think I was still a teenager at this point. And I met this girl through the video chat, and we ended up talking all night. Like the whole night, and we planned on going to sleep and then waking up super early with what little bit of late night that there was left, or whatever, to meet up at the bus stop and then come over and chill. And my Riz was not very well developed back then. I was pretty Rizless and didn't have much of an understanding of lingo that people use, that people my age at the time used. So we get on the bus together, and she's like, well, what do you want to do when we get to your place? And I was like, we can Netflix and chill. And she pauses for a moment. And she's like, you know what that means, right? And I was like, yeah, Netflix and chill. I had no clue what it meant. But hey, I could have rolled with it. I didn't, but yeah, so just full on belting out, just let's Netflix and chill to a girl you just met. It worked on some of them, but not all of them. I'm drawing the lines around the edge a bit thicker. Let's see if that improved anything so far. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Needs to be a bit thicker, like throughout, like from the tip of the tail to where it meets the base of the tail. The lines need to be a bit thicker. I'm kind of going in the right direction on the fins closer towards his lower back. But yeah, I need to thicken up the line art, because that's a crucial step for my art, at least, is having thick line art towards the outer edges of the drawing. Yeah, I'll have to go in there later and spice it up, make it a bit thicker. This is like just the first pass of like sketching, essentially. It looks a bit more refined than what you usually find from a sketch. Like, sketches are meant to be very rough. And while you can get rough looking sketch results if that's what you're going for, it's just, I don't know, I kind of like, my line art when I'm sketching is a little bit too clean. Not necessarily in a good way. Like, I'm going for that rough, sketchy look, and sometimes, and this is just like my first like pass of drawing, so it already looks pretty well developed. Doesn't look as edgy, scratchy, and charcoaly right now, but I'll get there pretty soon. Make the line art a bit more scratchy and hazy looking. I don't know, just anything to get that sketchy, scratchy look. Something that chaotic and unfinished looking. 'Cause that's what I would like for my art style. Anybody, you guys ever watched Reckless Tortuga back in the day? They were famous for this one series, independent series on YouTube called The Online Gamer. It's about some Call of Duty obsessed gamer dude that's foul-mouthed. It was basically like the angry video game nerd, but for Call of Duty fans, and a bit edgier. And it wasn't really reviews that he did, it was just skits per episode, like just one long skit. They're making a comeback. They're making new online gamer episodes now. And, you know, I kind of have a bone to pick with Reckless Tortuga. Like, they go on hiatus for, like, God knows how long. Come back, and their content is completely different. They abandon all their good shows, they shelve all of them, don't make them, they private all of them, remove some of their best content, and, like, yeah, the online gamer back in the day was very racy, like, it was very, let's say they used full-on F-bombs, faggot, and Niger, and among other things. I'm sure you guys know what those actual words are, but yeah. They got really offensive with their humor and edgy. So, I watched like the first 2-3 minutes of like their newest episode, their comeback episode for that series, and it was good. It's the online gamer that I remember, but I haven't bother to watch the rest. It's just something I save for later. As, like, oh, I'll dedicate my full attention to this when I get some time. I'm just hesitant to actually sit down and watch it because it's like, did they nerf it? Is it not as offensive as it used to be? Is it? Because take Angry Video Game Nerd, for example, his content has gotten so much more. He says less outrageous shit now. All to please the algorithm. I mean, I get it's like they're trying to like make money off their content, so it needs to be financially like it needs to be advertiser friendly. But I mean, YouTube is such BS. Like when it comes to like you guys have like a toggle option to like restrict the video to people who are over 18, and you still demonetize, flag, and restrict and blacklist content that isn't advertiser friendly. Like that was the great thing about YouTube back then, is that anybody could do it. Anybody could have a YouTube channel and they could say whatever the hell they wanted to. And while yes, there are people out there that say things that don't need to be said, that like full on pure hate speech. But I'm okay with like letting people like just like openly vent their thoughts on the internet, whether it's evil thoughts or not. Like I'd rather have someone who's like some sort of Nazi sympathizer trying to revive the Nazi party type shit. I'd rather have that person be very vocal about it than be silent, than be like a pariah that is like kind of like forced into like exile. Because people are more dangerous when you don't know what they're about. Oh. Hold that thought. Getting a call. Oops. Okay, I'm back. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, censorship. I'd rather have like someone be like very open about like their politics and ideas on at least on the internet, than just have them feel as though they need to keep their true intentions, their true person. Oh my, I'm popular today. Yeah, I'm back. As I was saying, if I don't get interrupted again by friends and family, I'd rather have someone be like very open and not feel the need to be silenced about their politics and their horrible ideas and all that, because you force people into silence. You don't know what they're about, but at least on the internet, you censor and flag all this shit. You just force it all into silence, and I'd rather have it be out there and like, you know, like, for like just to, like, get an idea of who the person that uploads that sort of content is, and like kind of keep tabs on them, and not like, and hopefully not like fall victim to their hate speech. I don't know. It's like censorship is such a tough topic. I mean, I personally see it as being very straightforward. Like, there should be no reason that you can't make money off your content just because you say a few bad words and shit. And then there's always the argument, oh, think of the children. Screw your children. They're not mine. I didn't have them, so why do I have to bother with them? No, I think that children, when it comes to YouTube, here's what you do. Okay, this whole trying to advertise friendly shit and like making your videos that they're catering to kids or adults explicitly. Scrap all of that. Make a separate YouTube site called YouTube Kids. Like, it's completely separate from YouTube. It's an entirely different server. It's YouTube Kids. Kid family approved content. And then you have the real YouTube, where you can do and say whatever the fuck you want. That's how it should be, in my opinion. Of course, not everyone will agree. And they're like, oh, what if someone says something offensive? It's like, that goes back to my point earlier. Like, I'd rather have people be open about that stuff than, like, chase them away into, and make them into pariahs and shit. Just have them be confident about it. That way you know to avoid them. That's just my take on the whole censorship thing with YouTube and whatnot. I forget what the site's called, but I found another site that's kind of like YouTube, but unfortunately it's very right-wing, like a lot of the content on there, but the main aspect of the site is that it's like you can do whatever on it. You can say whatever you want, you can do whatever you want within reason. You can't upload videos of you fucking stomping on kittens or some shit. Like, it does have a certain degree of moderation, but like, I mean, since it's heavily right-wing, you know that. If you take a look at the right-wing space of the internet, you know that it can be very vitriolic and hate-filled, and I'm talking about the hardcore, like, kind of skewed, like, mentally deficient type of right-wingers. That's the type of people that, like, that dominate that site. So I don't know, but I'm thinking of uploading certain content to that site and linking it in my channel in the future. It's not a guarantee. I may just, like, leave that channel I made to collect dust, but I mean, if there's something that I want to do, like, comedically or whatever, that's not, that YouTube just doesn't agree with, I'll just upload it to that site and link it. YouTube won't let me do what I want, fine, I'll go somewhere else. And that's the thing that sucks. There hasn't been, like, a really good YouTube competitor, because that's all it is. It's just, like, when you come to video sharing and uploading all that, it's pretty much just YouTube. They're the top dog. That's all there is, really, essentially. But somebody's got to, like, come out of the woodwork eventually and show YouTube how it's done. Be what YouTube was always meant to be, sort of deal. Because I miss the old days of YouTube where it was just, it was none of this advertiser-friendly shit. Worrying about, like, what's gonna generate the most revenue and shit like that. It was just people fucking doing their thing. And not all of that old YouTube content has aged well, but there's a certain earnestness and honesty that comes from old YouTube content that it's kind of hard to find in modern YouTube because everyone's just trying to, like, put on, like, a good boy face and all that. At least all the big channels. That's the thing that sucks. Niche shit can't really go too far on YouTube these days. Like, oh, you're not making slime videos that with sparkles added to it, and learning how to make your own fucking slime with detergent type shit made for kids type of content. Well, we're just not gonna. You're not very advertiser friendly, so if you can't cater to the lowest common denominator, which the mainstream audience tends to be, if you can't cater to that, then I don't know, we'll just have to leave you to collect dust. Because I have a feeling, a suspicion that it's no actual proof, but I feel like I might be shadow banned from YouTube just because of some of the racy things that I tend to say. Like, I'm pretty free and open, whatever, fuck, with my language. I'll say whatever the fuck. I'll drop F-bombs, I'll say shit, piss, cunt. But definitely not the N-word. I don't want to end up like PewDiePie if what little popularity I have. That's the other thing. Kind of a side tangent. I mean, how many tangents have we been on today? But whole PewDiePie saying the N-word on that one game, totally blown out of proportion. Totally blown out of proportion. By a bunch of fucking soft people that think cuss words can invite the devil or some fucking shit. Like, yeah, the N-word is a slur. It has like a very rich history of not being the best word and not being so favorable in certain communities. You know, that's all fine and shit. Just saying the N-word gives you, like, the racist card? Like, what is your idea of racism? Like, aren't you just watering down what racism is at that point? Oh, someone said the worst thing they could think of in a little spurt of anger. That's racist. That's sexist. That's homophobic. There's a big difference between playing video games and just saying the worst thing imaginable just to get a rise out of people or just a troll or just a vent. And there's a big difference between that and actually being like racist or homophobic or sexist or whatever. Like, certain feminist groups that like hum and haw and bitch about how, oh, the online gaming space is not for women, it's all a boys club and all that garbage. Have you considered that maybe like all those people aren't actually sexist, they're just saying shit to get a rise out of you because they can, and it's anonymity and shit like that? Because I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty sure there's a big difference between just saying the N-word and then using it in a legitimately offensive context, like directly saying it at a person of color or something like that. Big difference. At least that's what I think. Because I'm not afraid of getting a little bit of judgment, but you know, I'll be real with you guys. I say some heinous shit with my friends, my closest friends, the people I trust the most. I say some pretty out there wacky shit. I think a lot of us do, but what you say as a joke is in no way indicative of what your real thought processes are, you know? And that's like, just like why the point I'm trying to make about this is just waters down what actual, like, racist and other horrible shit is when you start calling it that. It's like, wow, have we really gotten to this point where just a guy saying the N-word in anger on a bridge, calling it, well, he was calling someone the N-word, but at the same time, he didn't know he was black. He could have been white for all we know. And that's what I'm saying, like, a brief burst of anger where you just, like, express yourself in not the best way, way different from actually legitimately being a bad person. Censorship. Offensiveness. The bane of YouTube. 'Cause, yeah, I'll keep it real. I like offensive jokes. Dark humor. The darker the better, the more offensive the better. Because there's a big misunderstanding about dark humor. Like, let's take racist jokes, for example. The big misunderstanding about it is that you don't find it funny because you are racist. You find it funny because you're not. It's supposed to catch you off guard. It's supposed to be like a trip. Like, whoa, what the fuck is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, offensive jokes, like, the whole point of them is that they are uncouth, they are crude, they are offensive. But the reason why they're funny and why people laugh is because people understand the context of the joke. Now, I'm not saying, like, the whole context is key argument, but, like, for example, you make, like a black dude walks into the bar type joke, and then, like, it ends with, like, cotton picking or some other type of racist joke or innuendo type thing. You find it funny, not because you are racist, but because you know you're not, and you know the history of it all, and like that's just racist jokes, for example. Offensive jokes as well, it's pretty much the same thing, like, oh, like, you said something offensive in a joking way, like, yeah, it's funny to me because I don't actually think that it's funny, you know what I mean? You have a certain level of cognizance and understanding of what you're saying, that the crassness and, like, just out of nowhere and out of left fieldness of it is the joke, is the punchline. But that's just me. Fuck. I don't even if I wanted to be, I don't know what the fuck counts as woke or politically correct these days. I'm a simple man. Like, I learn when people try to educate me on something. Like, for example, like, I don't know, let's take trans people, for example. It's generally good to just not be transphobic, you know? A little bit controversial, I know, but maybe just don't be transphobic. And, you know, stuff like that. Like I'm just using transphobia as an example, but see, there's, I don't know. I forget the tangent I was on. But like, I don't know. I'm just rambling. Rambling and grinding. I guess we'll leave the eyes for later. All the details for later. Let's just mainly focus on that outline. Still not even entirely how I want it yet, so let's just keep grinding at that. We should probably save. It's been a while since we saved the document. Oh. Let's see what we got so far. Pretty good. Again, some of the areas, the lines need to be thicker on the edges, on the outer edge, but that's the main problem I'm running into, is not making my lines thick enough, just because, I don't know, it just makes the image pop more to me when your outer edges are thick, and all the, like, more minute detailed stuff, it has thinner line art. That's just me. Fuck. I think we got further than last stream. Last drawing stream we did. Again, a lot of this is just rambling, but yeah, I'm making some decent progress. Again, it seems kind of crazy at first, but like when you're first looking at like the very early stages of a work in progress thing. But once you build up all those layers of details, all that rendering and stuff, it comes together. I want this sketch, this rough, sort of semi-rendered concept art. I want it to be exceptional. Well, since this is drawing time, I guess I could talk about some more art-related shit. My favorite YouTuber in general, like when it comes to art, or maybe just digital art, the entire medium of digital art. My favorite YouTuber when it comes to that is Lavender Town. She has a very soft voice, and she's very cute and soft-spoken, but very informative. She knows what she's doing with her art. I mean, she has a successful, it's even published even like a webcomic series that full on got published. I even have it, the comics. I have like the first 2 issues. The first 2 volumes. Volume 3 will probably come out once she makes some more additions to the story, but yeah. She's my favorite art YouTuber, I suppose, and digital art YouTuber. Whenever I'm low on, whenever I'm feeling creatively drained, that's when I watch Lavender Town. At least when it comes to art. And now there is like a bunch of other art YouTubers that I watch, but mainly Lavender Town, just because. I mean, at the same time, her videos are also very comforting to me. Very comforting. Just a nice lady who doing her best art, and I admire that. I like that. Making a gig off of your artwork, like, that's awesome. She escaped the grind of the wagey cagey. I'm a wage slave still. I work at a movie theater. I do get 2 free tickets for every movie that comes out. Unlimited amount. As long as I'm working there, I get to see whatever movie I want that's playing for free. And another ticket for a friend. A +1, they call it. Good shit. I've definitely... Like, I'm not a big movie, like the biggest movie buff. Like, I don't watch every new theatrical release. Just don't. But I have used it like a couple times so far. Like, I used it to watch Transformers 1 when that came out. Transformers, fucking... the Minecraft movie. Watched that. Yep, I watched the Minecraft movie. I mean, what the fuck were you expecting? All these pseudo-intellectual film analysts and all that, just like making a big stink about how fucking Minecraft is the death of Hollywood and shit like that. It's like all these people that went watched the movie and it's exactly what they thought it was gonna be. Like you saw the trailer. You saw the fucking trailer and you're out here like ranting and raving about how it's like the death of Hollywood and creativity and blah blah blah. Like, if you actually gave a shit on that level, you just wouldn't have gone to see it. But oh, that wouldn't be financially viable for your channel where you review movies that you think are bad. Like, I'm not defending Minecraft. Like, it's not a terrific movie by any means. It's pretty average popcorn entertainment. Even by Minecraft standards, like, I don't know, I'm not the biggest Minecraft fan. Like, I am a fan, but, like, it's not my life, so maybe the movie would have hit different, but even with my semi-casual interest in Minecraft, it was still just an okay movie. There's nothing really offensive about it, or anything wrong with it, per se. It's just, I don't know, that's just what they decided to do for the Minecraft movie, and you saw the trailers, and it was exactly like the trailers. If you liked what was in the trailers, you got more of that. That's the only reason why I watched it, is because I'm a big Jack Black fan. Like, in my eyes, he can just do no wrong. But people out here, like snobby film reviewers, they're like, it's such easy pickings. Like, go watch an actual indie film you fucking chose. Watch a real movie. Like these fucking pseudo film analyzers or whatever, pseudo intellectual type people, they always pick such lame targets. Like, try to tear apart Casablanca or fucking Forrest Gump if you're gonna hate on shit and make money out of it. Like, hating on something that's already bad, it's like, well, it's a bad movie, what'd you expect? Now, there's totally fair criticism to be launched against any movie. I'm not, like, saying, oh, don't criticize this, you jerk. No, I'm just saying, like, such easy pickings, like, for that type of demographic, like, and it's such an obvious grift that people just aren't cluing into. Like, movie is on the way that people know is gonna be bad. Like, you could tell just by the trailer it's gonna be bad. Like Snow White, like Mufasa, like anything Disney related nowadays. Now, I'm not one of those anti-Disney people, but I'll be honest, as a casual viewer, Disney is pretty sloppy nowadays. But if you really gave a shit, if you're such like this film auteur, film critic, whatever, that wants to preserve the sanctity of Hollywood, then why the fuck are you watching it? Why are you putting money in Disney's pocket just so you can review it on your little fucking creatively bankrupt fucking film review channel? Like, it's just too easy. Anyone can hate on a movie like that. Like Minecraft. It's not entirely hard. Like, it's entirely what you see. Like, everything that's wrong with that movie. Like, the movie just shouldn't exist as it is creatively. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Like, there's a lot of good and interesting directions you could have taken a Minecraft movie with, but what they did was just, well, I mean, you saw the trailers, maybe even watched the movie. It's just a vehicle for Jack Black to do a bunch of one-liners and sing songs. Like, what were you expecting? You saw the trailer, and you think you're some genius for pointing out that it's like probably the worst film of the decade. It's easy pickings. And I fucking can't stand Cinema Sins. Cinema Sins is just awful. It'd be funny if they're like, I don't know. I just could never, ever get into Cinema Sins. Like, it's just a format where you nitpick a bunch of shit in the movie. Comedy gold. I don't know. It's not for me, I guess. I guess we'll keep the stream going until my ride gets here. My ride to my appointment. Get the boring shit out of the way, and then the rest of the day is mine. But I'm actually kind of excited for that stream. Well, it doesn't have to be a stream. It's just something I'm going to join later, but with a friend. That one Pike, he's going to do, like, legendary mod campaign for Halo Reach and tonight, and I'm looking forward to joining that. I'm probably going to stream it, most likely. I've been doing a lot more streaming lately in just the past 2 days. Yeah, I've been on a YouTube kick lately, which is good because it's been a long time. It has been a hot minute since I even uploaded like an actual video, not just doing like a live stream, because live streams are laid back for me at least, but making an actually entertaining video, like that's actually entertaining, it's such a creative time sink. Especially my latest video that I'm working on, my comeback video. It has a very special message to the Halo community in it. A very special message. But no spoilers. You hear that? Fucking Spartans. No spoilers on the upcoming video. But it will be dope. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna have everything. Actually, it's gonna be kind of sad if it underperforms, but it is a type of video that, like, it has like the most effort I've ever put into like one of my YouTube videos. Yeah, I think we made some decent progress on this one. Over the course of like, what? Almost 3 hours? Fucking got this much done. We already had the tail pretty much finished. We got pretty much all of this up here done. It's a fairly minuscule amount for like the amount of time I've been on stream, but then again, it's just a casual, you know, just kind of farting away my thoughts and smoking and just whittling away at my art. I'm gonna do 3 streams in total today. This one and another one by myself, or if anyone wants to join, like, hell yeah, we'll have other people join, and then the stream later with that one Pike. Saving our document. Boys. Boils and goils. I think I might have inhaled too much nicotine. Because my tummy is feeling funny. That's what usually happens when I take too much nicotine. I get an upset stomach and start feeling strange. I'm allergic to it. No. Of course, I continue to smoke it. That's another thing. Fucking inhaling nicotine on a very low, like, barely eating anything today type of shit. Be very, yeah, it can make you quite ill. At least I find. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe I have something wrong with me. Maybe I need to go on Google and start self-diagnosing myself with things that I probably don't even have. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. This here is not as, like, refined. It's more of like a super rough sketch. Oh. My bad, this is not what I meant to pull out. Aha, here it is. This here is my... It's very rough, very rough. I haven't even, like, figured out the hands yet, like, what proper shape they're gonna be at. Like, that is just pathetic right there, that hand. But, by and large, this design that I'm working on is basically my redesign of the 1998 Godzilla. Keeping a lot of, like, design aspects from that version of Godzilla, but, like, making it a bit more faithful to the Toho Godzilla films. By making him, like, a bit more lumbering and big and, of course, indestructible, not being fucking taken out by a couple missiles. This is for a potential third fan film idea I have, where it's just a remake of the 1998 Godzilla, like a what could have been type of movie. But that seems like a bit too antagonistic, or what's the word, aggressive, or whatever, for a passion project. Like, if I'm gonna make a fan film of Godzilla, it's gotta be done without spite. Because I have a lot of spite towards the 98 remake adaptation bullshit. Cool monster design. I'd argue even a good Godzilla design overall. It's just the content of the monster and the movie as a whole just isn't what you expect of a Godzilla movie. Like, you take just the original design from that movie, the design as it is, looks radically different from how Godzilla usually looks. How fucking cool would that design look if he was silhouetted in New York in flames, and you see his spines light up as he, like, engulfs more of the city in his atomic fire. Like, that would have been cinematic gold right there. But nah, the 1998 Godzilla as it is, as it went on to become through time and all that, it's just not a good Godzilla movie. And it's a halfway decent monster movie, but they just had gold in the palm of their hands, TriStar. They had gold. And they just fucking squandered it. Could have made sequel after sequel like the Monsterverse, but no, you had to go a little too far, too strange, too quickly. Yeah, this here is my redesign of the 1998 Godzilla. Made to look more traditional like. These reference pictures I have at the top here are like, there's like none of their inspiration in this design at all. I just like put them there because I was originally intending on doing like a different type of design, but I ended up going with the 98 one. It's actually based off of this particular drawing. It's based off of an old picture I had. that I drew of my redesign for 98 Godzilla. Yeah, right here. This is the original drawing. I sketched over it, redid it a bit. But yeah, that's essentially how I would have done 1998 Godzilla. Looks pretty dope for a fucking 17 or 16-year-old depiction of Godzilla. Because it was like 16 or 17 when I drew that. Probably 16. See, I'm a big ass, like, uber autistically interested and fascinated by Godzilla type of person, but it still goes in waves for me. I have days where I'm obsessed with Godzilla, and I have days where I'm just moderately obsessed. I drew this picture on a day where I was super obsessed. It was just one of those times where I was like, that portion of the year where I was like, well, it's time to get like really deep into this franchise again. Show you some other works I have. Recent stuff. What else should I show you guys right now? It's gonna take a while to load. Okay. This reveal of this work in progress piece of art is also a teaser for some content that's to come to this channel. Right here, it's still in its very basic, like I still haven't got the rendering fully there yet, and like there's still entire elements of it that I still have to draw, like my buddy, like my artist's interpretation of my buddy holding a damsel in distress, like 1960s or 70s monsters sci-fi movie poster. That old trope where some damsel in distress is being carried away by the monster or alien or whatever, and there's just me looming over like a moon. But yeah, once this is finished, this particular piece, it's gonna be the banner for a new segment of this channel, I guess you could say. Not necessarily segment, type of show. We haven't fully worked out like what kind of show it's gonna be. It's gonna be like kind of podcast format, but it's not necessarily gonna be live. It's gonna be most likely, we're kind of leaning more towards pre-recorded and edited, but yeah, it's just gonna be a show that, like, at the very least, it's just us like goofing off and just catching our best moments of just being fucking just loony and shit and reacting to shit. So that's what this banner is gonna be for. It's gonna be like the entire banner of that particular idea, show idea. And right here, if it'll load, it takes a bit to load. Ah, it's here. It's a character concept art sketch. It's still a work in progress of a character from my original story. He doesn't appear until like way down in the series, way later on. I have it like planned out till at least like a season 5 sort of deal, but as far as the pilot is concerned, he's not anywhere in the pilot, but yeah, he's a Russian captain of a spaceship And that's all you're going to know about him for now. But yeah, this is his design. That's his headshot. This is more or less what I'm going for his outfit. Still a lot of work to be done on him, but yeah. So yeah, that's about it for what I've been working on recently. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to shut the stream off and get going. Got a lot of things to do at the moment, but yeah, I'll see you guys later, and thanks for joining in if you joined. And thank you for watching if you watch this later on your own time. Thanks again as usual. That's enough mayhem for today, Spartans. I'll see you guys.